Erasmus Plus, an information video from Funding Master. Erasmus Plus is the European Union's programme for education, training and youth and sport for the period 2021 to 2027. The general objective of the programme is to support, through lifelong learning, the educational, professional and personal development of people in the sector, thereby contributing to sustainable growth, quality jobs and social cohesion. It also aims to drive innovation and strengthen European identity and active citizenship. It is, to say the least, an ambitious programme, with a sizable budget projected at €26 billion over 7 years. The programme builds on the success of the 2014-2020 Erasmus Plus programme. The focus of the new programme is to offer more opportunities to more participants and to a wider range of organisations. According to the programme's operational manual, the rationale for the programme is that European citizens need to be better equipped with the knowledge, skills and competencies needed in a dynamically changing society that is increasingly mobile, multicultural and digital. Spending time in another country to study, to learn and to work should become the standard, while speaking 2 other languages in addition to one's mother tongue should be the norm. So the programme has high goals and hopes to offer more and better in developmental opportunities for people of different ages and from diverse cultural, social and economic backgrounds, to serve better those with fewer opportunities, including people with disabilities and migrants, as well as European Union citizens living in remote areas or facing socio-economic difficulties. In particular, to help young people to engage, learn and participate in civic society, raising awareness about European Union common values. Further, developing digital skills and competencies, and skills in forward-looking fields such as combating climate change, clean energy, artificial intelligence, robotics, and big data analysis. Finally, that organisations and participants involved should have an environmental-friendly approach to their work and activities. The 4 priorities of the Erasmus Plus programme are inclusion and diversity, digital transformation, environmental and fight against climate change, participation in democratic society. As a rule, an Erasmus Plus project should have 4 stages: planning, preparation, implementation and follow-up. This is a big programme with big goals, so let's examine it in more detail. The programme is structured around 3 key actions. Key Action 1 is mobility of individuals. Key Action 2 is cooperation amongst organisations and institutions. And KA3, support to policy development and cooperation. Overall, management of the programme rests with the European Education and Cultural Executive Agency, and it is responsible for implementation of a number of actions of the Erasmus Plus programme. National agencies, 1 in every member state, implement the remaining actions. Erasmus Plus operates using open calls, with specific dates set each year, usually around May and October. Participation in Erasmus Plus is designed to be as wide as possible for citizens of EU member states. Once you meet the criteria, you can apply. For certain actions, individuals, educational institutions and non-profit organisations and businesses from partner or non-EU member countries are included. More details on specific programmes, sub-programmes and actions can be accessed from the Erasmus Plus operational manual. So let's look at the key actions in more detail. Key Action 1, mobility. The biggest difference of this programme over the old one is the increased emphasis on mobility. The budget for mobility has been increased with the intention of trebling the number of participants on KA1s. Specifically, we are talking about mobility for students, young people, apprentices, teachers and academics to travel and study in other European countries. There is a set menu of grants under each KA1 subheading, and you should refer directly to the Erasmus Plus programme manual for specific details. By far and away the largest part of the budget, mobility is a key objective for the EU on 2 fronts: Educationally, it advances participants' knowledge and perspective. And secondly, strategically for the EU project, participants who do travel across Europe have a better perspective on the European project and are more likely to support it in the future. KA2 is cooperation amongst organisations and institutions. This key action promotes innovation and shared learning in the fields of primary, post-primary and third-level education, vocational training, adult education, youth work, and not-for-profit sport. There are a number of KA2 subheadings. Partnerships for cooperation includes two things: cooperation partnerships, previously strategic partnerships, and new small-scale partnerships, aimed at getting more organisations involved. In 2021, partnerships for cooperation must address one or more of the following priorities: inclusion and diversity in all fields of education, training, youth and sport, environment and fight against climate change, addressing digital transformation through development of digital readiness, resilience and capacity, and common values, civic engagement and participation. All projects must address one or more of these objectives, but also specific sector objectives. In the field of higher education, priorities focus on promoting innovation, STEM or STEAM, women in research and STEM, and improving digital capabilities. In the field of school education, priority will be given to tackling learning disadvantage, improving skills, supporting teachers, and increasing interest in participation in STEM and languages. In the field of vocational education and training, both initial and continuing, priority will be given to meeting the needs of the labour market, making VET more attractive, flexible and responsive. In the field of adult education, priority will be given to improving and increasing adult education opportunities and uptake. In the field of youth, priority is given to recognising innovative youth work, giving young people capacity building in taking initiative, entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, and innovation. Overall, cooperation partnerships aim to increase the quality of the work, activities, and practices of organisations and institutions involved, open up the programme to new actors, build capacity of organisations to work transnationally and across sectors. Overall, to address common needs and enable transformation and change. Projects can last between 12 and 36 months. There is a 20th May deadline for first round applications each year, plus a 3rd November deadline if there's a second round. The total project grant varies, whether it is managed by a national agency or from Brussels. At national agencies, the budget can range between 100,000 and 400,000 for the project, depending on duration, which can be between 12 and 36 months. If managed by the European Education and Culture Executive Agency in Brussels, there is a menu of potentially 3 lump sums which the project can choose from: 120,000, 250,000 and 400,000, depending on the project and its duration. The budget parameters have been somewhat simplified since the last programme for drafting a budget compared to an old strategic partnership. There have been a number of minor definitional changes, such as intellectual outputs are now project results, but these do not really change the nature of a KA2 project or an application. Small-scale partnerships are new and aimed at getting more smaller organisations involved in Erasmus+. The projects should focus on including the relevant target groups and promoting European civic participation. These projects have smaller budgets. There is a menu of 2 potential budget amounts of either €30,000 or €60,000. The Partnerships for Excellence supports projects with a long-term sustainable perspectives, such as Centres for Vocational Excellence, Erasmus Plus Teacher Academies, and Erasmus Monday Actions. For more information, see the Educational, Audiovisual and Cultural Executive Agency and the Erasmus Plus Operational Manual. Partnerships for Innovation are sectoral or cross-sectoral alliances, strategic alliances in the previous programme, that develop actions at a strategic European level in their specific realms of expertise. This action aims to include business and industry into the programme, More information from the Educational, Audiovisual and Cultural Executive Agency and the Operational Manual. Other sub-programmes include Capacity Building in the Field of Youth and Not-for-Profit European Sports Events. More information on these can be seen in the Operational Manual. Key Action 3 provides support to policy cooperation at European level. These are the policy level projects. KA3 actions prepare and support the implementation of EU policy agenda on education, training, youth and sport, and carry out policy experimentations. The main programmes here are the European Youth Together programme and the Jean Monnet actions. The Jean Monnet actions cover the whole range of policy development at third level education. More information on KA3 programmes can be accessed in the Erasmus Plus Operational Manual. So what have we learned? Erasmus Plus is a large, ambitious programme. Its budget is largely focused on mobility and encouraging young Europeans to travel and learn in other EU countries. The KA2 actions focus on innovation and developing new and improved tools in education, training and youth. KA3 actions continue to focus on policy development in education, training, youth and sport. Overall, the structure of Erasmus Plus has not changed much from the old programme and provides considerable opportunities for increased mobility and innovation in the sector over the next 7 years.